Good morning. Go find. Go get him. Go find. Aw. Frankie, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Hi. What are you doing? Come on. There you go. There's my boy. Hi. Oh, he's such a good boy. Say hi, Frankie. Whoops, you can't see him. There you go. Look at that face. Hello, how are you? He doesn't. Oh, what did I ask him to do the other day? And I was using just a normal voice. But I don't know if he reacted as if I had said something really mean. So I don't know if it was just because it was a new word or phrase. I asked him to jump up on something or jump down because I was cleaning. Nothing serious. It wasn't like I was agitated or anything, but he just reacted like, what do I do? It was heartbreaking. I had to stop what I was doing and just love up on him. Look. Oh, you gotta see his face. Look at that. Hi. Hi, honey. He likes the bed change, I think, because it's lower and it's not such a big jump for him to get off. But I don't think he's completely comfortable on it yet. Isn't that funny? My arms wiggle. That's another reason why I try to buy everything at 3/4 sleeve now. I have for years. But summer, if you don't like my flabby arms, keep on walking. That's what I say. Vanity, for me, is out the window. I just, honestly. There are some things I'm willing to do, like lift, where it's easy and affordable. Maybe a little Botox at some point. Oh my God, why don't I just go ahead? Oh, I have really appreciated how this little burger works. So much. I mean, I can do this for just a couple minutes instead of 10 or 15 minutes. Why am I yelling? Stop yelling! And I'm telling you, I did this 3 days in a row when I first got it. And I felt like my right in here was nice and smooth. And then I did it like every other day for a week. And now it's like, well, let's see, how long have I had it? 2 weeks? But I haven't done it at all in the last 3 days. I don't know why. I can tell you that because there's on my skin, I have such thin skin, old skin. I've never had plump, thick skin other than when I was very young. You can feel the vibration on your skull. Don't push that hard. Push it to where your skin feels it, but not your bone. Okay? That's where you want to do it. And then right here. If you get too close to your nose, it goes up into your sinuses and tickles so bad. But it will drain your sinuses, I'm telling you. This is a wonderful little gadget. Anyway, because it's a little mini, it's hard to get the little button to work with my old nubby fingernails. I might have to just put it in a drawer and have it run out of juice. There we go. It's a little LED. It's waterproof, I guess, because that is a tight fit for the LED. Maybe not waterproof, but water resistant. So I just charge it in the bathroom and bring it in here and keep it with this thing that, honestly, this compared to that vibration isn't even close. But it does feel good because it's cool. And it does not have that extra tickle or bone vibration if you get a little overzealous. So, yeah, I've even been using the vibration on my neck. But anyway, it just feels good because it's cool. And it's so hot and humid out. This I have overused. Because I watch videos and I think people just have plumper skin than me. But where this works is when I put it here on my cheekbone area. If I can get these muscles that come through here, they go like this and they crisscross like this, and like this. These all crisscross. But if I go like this, I'm getting a lot of those muscles at once. And it frees up my cheekbone, which I've never had much of a cheekbone. But the older you get, the more this comes, and then it just doesn't, the less face shape you have. So that's a good place to put that. And to release these muscles that come down through your neck that give you this chin that does this instead of having a curve. I've never had a good curve there, even when I was a child. I've just never had the normal face. Hudson, come see Grandma. Hudson! Oh, he must be hot and tired. Hudson, give me, baby. Come on. Hudson, come. Hudson, come. Oh, hold on. Come here. Come here, boy. Zep says scaring you. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. Come on, jump. Good boy. There's my boys. There's my boys. There's your boys. Isn't he cute? Oh, look at Frankie's face. He's like, Mom. I'm sorry, honey. Go get him. Look at that ear. Honey, it's okay. I love you more. You know I do. You're my boy. You're my boy. Come here. Good boy. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What? What? He's so sensitive. I just love him so much. All right. So those are my face tools when I use them. It was important to me for a little while that I was doing that because my videos, video conferences, video sessions, but what happened recently? I don't know what it was. I don't remember right offhand. Sorry. And I quit beating myself up for not remembering some things. There are so many things I do remember that I feel wealthy. So that's one of the things I set my mind up to quit these little, like, scolding myself for forgetting things. Screw it. I'm not into it anymore. It's so hot, I don't need moisturizer. This is just a little water and lavender spray that I put in my old bottle. When I first got this, oh my God, it smelled so good. And it's a good bottle. It's a good atomizer. It's just that it's, after a while, the oil just doesn't work well with plastic. So it's starting to slow up. The spring is starting to slow up. I've tried to clean it with vinegar and even baking soda, but it's just not cooperating the way I want it to. So I am going to just put on enough makeup that I feel like I put something on. But I am going to spend the day doing paperwork and maybe some laundry. You know, my knee and my ankle are now feeling so much better. I overdid it, stood on my legs for too long yesterday morning, and kind of suffered with it. You know, just that little bit of pain, just that, I don't even like calling it a pain. It was just like low level discomfort all day, and it just, you know, makes you furrows. That's why I try very hard. I tried very hard for a long time, and now I don't have to try very hard. I'll rephrase that, because this is the truth, that I've been doing this for so long, looking out for what can reduce my stress without me giving up something that I'm not ready to give up. In domestic violence situations, you will find that women will give up their job, their children, their money. They'll give up lots of things for a romance. Because, I mean, that's how important reducing your stress is. They will reduce their stress to a point that they have almost nothing left in their life of value. Right? Okay, so instead of doing that, what I try to do is, I know, like work. My work is stressful. And I don't necessarily work with people who appreciate therapy, right? Most people don't appreciate therapy in a meaningful way. They might say, oh, I don't know how you do what you do. That's wonderful. Oh, thank goodness there are people like you. Yeah, sometimes you'll hear compliments like that. But most of the time you hear, oh, so you sit around all day, listen to people's problems and get paid for sitting on your butt. That's awesome. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. Or, of course, one of my favorites is, you're a therapist? As if they want to say, but I thought you had to be more serious looking, more sophisticated, had your life, you know, more together, that you know, fill in the blank. You can hear it. Oh, you're a therapist? Ha, wow. Anybody can be a therapist, huh? Kind of, that's what it feels like. Am I sensitive? Yes, I am. Why? Because I'm not a perfect person. Just not. I am going to do simple eyebrows. Just put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because I'm going to mostly be home alone. Mostly. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, I saw an old friend from an AA meeting. Not a close friend, but someone I highly respect. I haven't been there for a while because one of my favorite people there passed away, and I was really kind of, tell you the truth, why I went mostly is because I could have an intellectual and intelligent and meaningful, spiritually meaningful conversation. And I'm sorry, sometimes I just get so, I don't know, tired of the hi, how are you conversations. And I could almost be guaranteed some kind of juicy little tidbit from this friend that passed away. And I don't know. Even if that person wasn't there when they were alive, I would be like, well, I took a chance, you know, and gave me a good excuse to go to a meeting. They're just not as entertaining anymore. I like these online meetings I've been going to. I just mean that one local one. So anyway, I'm trying to get rid of these crazy wild ones. I don't want to spend a bunch of time getting every one of them, just the most obnoxious ones. Anyway, so now I go and I'm just like, there's no chance to run into my old friend and discuss the spiritual condition of mankind. Oh my God. I remember we were discussing a person we were trying to help in the program. And I guess she had, this other person had this drunken escapade. Oh my God. Cops got involved and there was a car chase and anyway, I said, oh my God, someday this is going to be hilarious. And I remember this friend of mine was saying, there is nothing hilarious about somebody who could have been killed and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you haven't been an alcoholic long enough to get that awakening to a cynical sense of humor. Not all alcoholics have it, but I do. I got it young. And thank goodness there were some other, young in the program, there were some other people. When you've come from generations of sarcastic drunks, that's where it comes from. And there are a lot of us that are generational drunks. And the thing is, when somebody does an escapade like that, it's not shocking where I come from. It's not shocking that someone would die. It's not shocking that someone would live. It's not shocking that someone would get physically maimed because of it and live. But I think this friend of mine came from a higher class of drunks than I did. More sophisticated. More money. You can hide better when you have money. Less long-term consequences usually when you have money. I've watched people in drug court. I used to help with that. And there's a big difference between people who have money and people who don't have money. So it's not just a rumor. Sorry. As far as certain elements. Now that doesn't mean people who have less money have no opportunities. It's just you have less chances. Well, I'm doing a much better job on my eyebrow situation than I was going to. Because you're keeping me company. So just knowing I'm not alone gives me a little extra energy. Sorry, it's not very entertaining. But, all right, there we go. I'm just going to put a little of my compact powder there. I'm using a brush that I used yesterday. And I'm just putting it, I use these a lot for just highlighters on my skin. Compact powder is so handy. And when I just want a natural look, whatever I had on my brush from the day before is usually just wiping it around in there, and then doing that is usually more than enough. I love that. I love making it easy. So anyway, back to living up to an image, whether it's professionally or as a woman, as a mom figure or grandma figure. There was a movement years ago. It was called the Purple Hat Ladies, I think. And it was a thing. It was kind of like Cabbage Patch Dolls. It was a thing. And I want to wear eyeliner. I just don't want to take the time. I'm just going to lick this brush and put a little powder down in my eyelashes. See how long that'll wear. I have plenty of liquid eyeliner. I'll tell you what, I ordered this eyeliner through Temu. I don't know if you can actually see that or not. But anyway, excellent eyeliner. So they sent, you know how you'll be looking at something and they'll just keep sending it to you? Well, then they sent me a coupon that if I spent $30, I would get $10 off, or $40, I'd get $10 off. So I thought, well, 20% discount. I'll look around. And that popped up and I thought, oh, okay. Well, then it was on sale. So instead of just ordering like 6 bottles like I would have, because they were so inexpensive, I ended up ordering, I thought, well, I'll just order 12. Well, then there was nothing else I really wanted. There were a couple little things that I ordered along with it. And then I was like $2 short. So I ordered another one. So I got a baker's dozen of those eyeliners. So it's not like I'm being stingy. It's just sometimes I don't want something. Powder feels less serious. And it's easier to get off. I can just use my makeup remover cloth. And I'm just using mostly leftovers from yesterday. Wee, little sun action. Okay, I am going to put on a little mascara, but I am going to wipe off the brush well. And I'm going to tube it top and bottom so it doesn't come off very heavy. I don't want to look like I tried too hard today. And if I go outside, I'm going to be so hot and sweaty, so I don't care. I'm just going to try to be a good girl and get caught up on notes and not worry about. See, here's the thing, too. If you keep your makeup and your style simple, it's hard to ridicule it. It's hard to find anything wrong with it. It's hard to it's a lot easier to feel confident when you know your look is not complicated, right? Your look's not complicated. So why worry about it? Your clothes aren't complicated. Like I'm wearing, remember when I went through my phase where I started buying clothes with color, and I ended up getting 7 different colors of pants, and I knew if nothing else I could wear a white blouse with them. Well, it turns out I'm just uncomfortable in bright clothes. So I've got a couple of bright pairs of pants, green and blue, that I'm wearing in the yard or while babysitting or something. Or to work and nobody sees them. But these are cute because they're gray, and I have gray tops. It's kind of a lavender gray actually, but I like them just fine. But I know what I'm wearing. I know what I look like in them. I know that this kind of fabric, it's a gauzy linen type fabric. I know that they get baggy butts on them easy. I know my bra straps are showing. And I know that my hair looks a mess. I know my makeup is really simple. And I can feel confident in that. If someone points and laughs because I'm an old lady with flabby arms, you know what? I own it. I own it. One of the favorite things about my great-great-grandmother, my biological mother's great-grandmother, she would hold me in the rocking chair when I was real little, and I would lay my head on that flab. We didn't have air conditioning, central air. So we had a window unit, and we would sit there in the living room where her window unit was, and she would be in that rocking chair, and she'd rock me while she was watching her shows. And it was the best pillow I've ever had in my life. I loved that spot. So, you know what? There for a while, I hated my flabby arms. I remember driving in my convertible, and I had my arm up on the door. I had my arm up on the door of the car, and I'm driving, and I look over into, I like checking my mirrors. I'm a very safe driver. So I'm driving my car, and I have my arm up, and I'm just thinking, oh, it's so beautiful out. And I look in my side mirror, and my arm is just doing this in the wind. True story. I was mortified. Oh my God, I was mortified. So anyway, shortly after that, I started wearing sleeves everywhere. Oh my God. Oh, that was a horrible experience. I was just terrified that I was getting old and flabby and weak. And yet, I could do push-ups and sit-ups and run a certain length of time and so much time. And I was fit. I wasn't a gym rat by any means. But I passed a fitness test for 22 years in a row. Gosh, it's such a shame we have to be so old, so mature, so many decades of life before we start going, oh, thank God I'm me. Thank God I've learned some lessons. And thank God I have time to keep learning. And thank God for my dog. And thank God for YouTube, because I don't feel so alone. Especially when I get a comment or a thumbs up or a hello or well, my experience with that is, oh God, I just love that. So I just love it when you're in contact. Mwah. I guess I'll sign off and get my butt in gear. You gonna come help me? You gonna come help me? He has just been such a blessing. Humane Society pup right here. Yep. He's a good boy. All right. I love y'all. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.